Hello everybody, welcome back to the playthrough. So, for today's episode we are going to start off with smelting down the silver that we gathered from our last one. We were so lazy at the end of our last episode we didn't even bother taking it off the boat. But we also did discover that we can use the ladder to get on and off the boat when we are over encumbered, so, well, actually we learned that we can use the ladder to get on the boat when we're over encumbered, but I haven't tested trying to get off it. My assumption would be that it would work both ways, but it's something I've only recently learned, so we'll have to test it out and see what happens. Now, we brought back just over 120 silver, and we're going to need at least 60 of it to craft the armor set. But so I'm trying to decide whether or not we decide to upgrade the armor set after building it to see. Well, we'll see how much the actual upgrade levels cost, because it could be 10, 20, and 30 for the 3 different levels, or it could be 5, 10, and 20, or it could be something completely different from that. So we should have enough silver bars left over after that to get at least 1 or 2 upgrade levels on each piece. But we do also have weapons to craft as well, so might be worth looking at one of the weapons or a couple of them. I definitely would like to craft the new bow at some point and get a couple of upgrade levels on that, just because the new bow is going to be used quite a lot on the mountain. As you've seen with the drakes that we've fought, they are pretty much 100% flying based, so you can't really melee them, or you can't melee them at all. I don't think I've ever killed a single drake with a melee attack. So we are definitely going to need a decent bow for taking those guys on. But then with the boss as well, the boss has flying stages throughout the fight, so we're obviously going to want a decent enough bow to at least continue putting some damage out whilst the boss is flying around. But anyway, as with as per usual with smelting down a boatload of silver, or a boatload of ore, we are now going to have to burn a bunch of wood and make some coal as we are running out. How is the garden doing? Might actually have to get started on these onions, because they've been sat here for a few days now and we haven't. Yeah, they're fully grown. And the turnip seeds are done as well. Is that turnip? Yes, it is. I'm pretty sure we had a decent amount of turnips already, so I'm not sure if we're going to replant these or if we just put them in the chest as backup. Oh, to be fair, we've already got... Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll plant them all. We might as well. We'll get a decent stock of them, just in case. And here we have onions. So, with onions, we get onion soup, wolf skewer, and there was a third recipe there, but I completely missed it. We'll have to have a look at those in a bit more detail soon. But with these onions, we're not going to be crafting any of those. We're going to just replant them all straight away as seed plants. There we go. And let's plant all of our turnips with all the seeds we got. Make sure we leave at least, there we go, a little bit of room between each of them so they can all grow properly. And yes, I am very picky about the placement of them. I try and make sure everything's nicely and neatly lined up. Quite interested to see what new food recipes and stuff we're going to get from Ashlands. I've seen the majority of food that you can get from the Mistlands, but with the playthrough being the majority of Valheim that I've been focusing on, I haven't really seen much from the Ashlands yet, so I wonder what new recipes we'll have. Oh, those three might have been a bit too close together. Although, to be fair, none of them have changed colour, so it looks like they might actually grow just fine. Yeah, I think they'll be okay there. I'm actually running out of room for my character to stand here. How many we got? Oh, not many. Yep, there we go. Nice bumper crop of turnips there. Pop the cultivator back in the chest. Oh, to be fair, we've already got 40 plus of the turnips, so we didn't really need that many of them, I'll be honest. But at some point we are going to have to look at getting some more wood. We'll do that at some point soon, I think. Yeah, I think we'll do that now. Just had a few bits of fruit and veg. Oh, apologies, just knocked my knocked my phone. Yeah, I've just had a bit of stamina food, like the lower level like fruit and veg stamina food, just so we've got a decent enough stamina bar for taking down some trees. Don't think we're going to need a huge amount. If it's just over 120 silver ore, we're going to need just over 240 bits of wood, or sorry, bits of coal to turn into to smelt them all. But we've already got about 100 wood already, so we kind of cut down a few trees. We should have enough. Where's this one going to fall? Come on, there we go. I like it when they fall onto each other because it helps cutting them down. There we go, took that one down in one swing. Oh, it's falling on me. Run away. Oh no, we're good, we're good. It's hitting other trees. Now would be a really good time to have a portal set up to the boss buffs so that we can easily go and swap them out. I did mention it in a previous episode, I believe it was episode 59, might have been 58, that having a portal system set up to where we have the boss stones and have the ability to just quickly portal through and change the buff whenever we need to would have been a good idea. Just trying to keep an eye on the carry weight as well so we don't fill up too much. I have realised I'm still holding all the materials for the portal that we had. So we probably should get rid of that stuff, or at least put it back in the boat or something. Obviously we have the new task now of having to find another mountain, hopefully a much larger one. So not sure if we're going to destroy the boat and take it through a portal, or if we just sail it out from where we are. Probably won't be doing that this episode, I'm not sure. We might, say if we set some wood to burn, or if we put some silver in the smelters, we might go off and have a quick explore around the coast just to kind of see if we can spot any big mountains off in the distance. It's a very misty day today. But our walls do seem to be performing the way we wanted them to. I haven't heard the boars get spooked by any grey dwarfs or greylings since we built it, so I'm quite happy with that. Of course, that was the whole point of the of the walls, was to prevent them from getting in. We do need to go and fix the other side though, which is something I'll need to do at some point. Oh, actually, yeah, that's quite a lot of wood. I think we're good with that. That might be enough. I suppose we can always pop out and grab some more in future if we desperately need it. I think with what we've got now, we should be okay. Alright, let's see if this ladder will let us get off. Oh! No. Okay, so it doesn't. I was wrong. So the ladder only works for getting on the boat. If you try and use it to get off the boat, it just flings you back onto the boat. So we are going to have to split the piles into... Well, just split them in half and carry 15 at a time. So it's going to make it take double the amount of time. Not fantastic, but... Oh, this isn't great. Come on, let's get on the boat. There we go. Should probably pull it forward a little bit. Like, sail it a bit further into the coast, like onto the land. Maybe even turn it sideways so that we can get the storage access from the land and not have to actually get on the boat to do it, because that is the issue. It's just the way I've always done it. That's why I never even checked to see if using the ladder to get on the boat when you were over encumbered was a thing. I always just assumed that it wouldn't be. I was like, if it's so heavy that you can only walk, I would assume that you can't climb a ladder, but I guess I should have tested that theory. But then we're still going to have the boat kind of be sideways, be parallel to the shore, and then if we can get it close enough that we could be stood on the shoreline as we are now, but be able to look at and access the boat's inventory so that we can just pick up all the silver or all the ore from the boat. Yeah, I'm going to try that now, actually. It's going to be a bit of a problem because we're going to have to push this poor raft out of the way. Sorry, raft, you're going to have to move, pal. You're just in the way. Is it going to move though, or is it just going to stop us? Oh god, it's going to it's going to capsize instead. No, it is moving, okay. Alright. There's only a few stacks left. It's not too bad. Can we... if anything, it's just easier to jump on the boat. Can we actually get it from here? Yes, we can. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Carrying too much, but at least we don't have to awkwardly jump off the boat. There is another way you could do it. You could stand on the boat, pick it all up out of the inventory, and then just chuck it, like throw it onto the land. But I wouldn't risk doing that, because if it starts rolling downhill into the water, you could end up losing the ore completely, and it's just not worth the risk. Alright, we'll sleep through the night. Just wanted to top those up before I did. Okay, day 83. Board seemed to be doing okay. Stump the coal, grab some more wood, put these on again. Nearly finished with the coal. Although we are going to need more of it, considering that we're going to be bringing back more silver, I imagine. Kind of need to work out how much silver we're going to need, roughly anyway. Let's try and push the boat back so that we can sail it out pretty easily. Dragon bed, what do we need for that? That is the next level of bed after the standard. I'll probably build that now, I think, just because we should have all of the materials for it. We should even have the iron nails, I think. I have to make a few more, but we should be okay. And yeah, so the next, I say next level of bed, it just gives you a higher comfort level. I believe standard bed gives you 1 or 2, and then the dragon bed just gives you an extra comfort level. Again, that means it's just an extra minute on top of the rested bonus, but again, a longer rested bonus is always good. Now, where can we fit this? Can we actually just fit it straight in there? Actually, I think we can. It's not that big, although I don't know if we're going to be able to place it that way. Might have to put it on its side. There we go. There you go, we have a higher comfort level now. We are comfort 18. Sorry, 18? 14. I can't read. And that gives us 21 minutes instead of 20. Again, it's only an extra 60 seconds, but it's always better to have a longer rested bonus. Just increases the amount of time that you have to keep coming back to refresh it. I believe the day-night cycle is about half an hour each, so if you could get your rested bonus as high as possible and get it close to half an hour, then that's going to make life a lot easier. Because then you can pretty much be rested throughout all of the day, and then obviously if you sleep through the night time, that'll then refresh you rested again, because you do get your rested bonus whenever you sleep, as soon as you wake up. Okay, well, we're also going to start prepping for going back to another mountain, or finding another mountain. We want a new portal for it, and we also want to take enough stuff with us for a cart, because we're going to need that, I think, anyway. It depends on the type of mountain that we find. If it's close enough, we might not even need the cart at all, but I'd rather have one. Just need the bronze nails. Okay, so we're over 200, so another stack each of these, or another half stack each of these should do it. And then we can always just leave them going when we sail off to find our next mountain. We are also running a bit low on fine wood, and we're going to need more of that for more portals and other things that we're going to craft in future, so probably a good idea just to come and start chopping the orchard down. Should we take the whole thing down, do you think? That'd be a good idea. Alright, very nearly done with chopping all those down. Apologies, I know I went quiet for several minutes there. There isn't really much to say when it comes to cutting down trees these days. I've pretty much said everything I think there's possible to say about cutting trees in Valheim. But we do have a lot of fine wood now. We get another 4 or 5 stacks of it, which is very, very good. We've also replenished our wood stocks as well, so that we can start smelting down some more. I keep saying smelting. You don't smelt wood, you burn wood into coal. Yeah, we can start burning that wood down into coal. Our chest is actually full, I think. Yeah, I don't think we have any more space for it, so we're going to have to shift some things around. I think there's only 1 stack of ancient wood, so stick that in there. And we should be able to shift stone, or should we shift the standard wood over? I think we'll shift the standard wood over. It's probably good to have a chest that's entirely dedicated to wood. And at some point, I am going to I am going to switch some of these chests out here into the larger versions. We haven't really needed to have a larger chest when it comes to stuff like wood, as we don't keep that much stored up. We usually just kind of cut it down when we need it, or gather it when we need it. It's more to avoid having 4 or 5 chests just sat around outside, you know, 1 for stone, 1 for wood, or 1 for each different type of wood, 1 for the ore, 1 for the coal, so it's just easier having that way, especially now that we're not having the cart sat next to the smeltery either, the smeltery system. We are needing to make a bit more efficient use of the space, so if we just have like, a couple of the really big iron chests, or we might even go for the one after that when we have access to it. That won't come until, I believe, it's going to be Ashlands that we get the next level of chest after that. There's a couple of different ones you can make. But the next one after that, it's bigger than the current iron chest that we've got, that uses, I believe it's 2 iron and 10 fine wood. But it's not that much bigger, and the materials you need to make it are it's quite a lot, so I don't know, we'll probably upgrade some of them into the much larger chests when we get access to them. I don't think it is the Ashlands either, I think it's the plains, so the next biome. I believe it's a couple of items from the plains that we need in order to make that next chest. We will obviously confirm that when we get there. And it's not that much bigger, I'll be honest with you. I think it adds an extra row, or an extra column worth of inventory space, which, again, it's useful, but not that much. Considering the upgrade from standard chests to the iron versions, they were massive. They almost tripled in size. Okay, I think we're probably going to end the episode very shortly. A little bit of a shorter episode this time, and I do apologise that 99% of it has been turning wood into coal and then cutting down trees. We are going to have episodes like that, but we are also getting to the stage where we're not going to need it as much. I believe after the mountains we're not going to need to smelt that much ore, other than stuff that we just need for certain crafting. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I shall catch you in the next episode, where we shall start smelting our silver, finally.